Everybody's Christopher Small, the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Today, I want to talk to you about whether or not you have to explain your estate planning choices. Before I get to that though, I want to remind you, if you have questions about this or anything else related to estate planning or probate, or if you need help and you would like to talk to us about doing that, you can go to estatemeeting.com. Set up a time to talk with us over the phone or in person for free. estatemeeting.com. Okay, let's talk about this explaining ourselves type of a thing, and there are a couple of different approaches that you can take to this. I don't necessarily recommend any of them. You get to pick what you want to do, and I want you to see the angles. That's always my approach. Okay, but I can tell you. So I would say this: generally, there's no need to explain your choices when it comes to estate planning. The reason for that is that most people that come into my office, they kind of want to do like the normal thing, a quote unquote normal thing. They want to give it all to their spouse, all their assets, and they want to give all their assets to their kids. If they don't have kids or a spouse, they want to give them to family members. They want to give them to charity. They want to do something like that. So there's not really any need to explain why you're doing that unless you want to just provide some context. You know, if you're picking one charity over another, you may want to say why so that everybody knows what's going on. If you if you're giving extra money to a niece or a nephew, maybe you want to say that, maybe you don't. It's not often going to cause a great deal of stress or strife down the road, so there's not really that much of a reason to explain it. However, if your decision is going to cause some drama, some heartache, some contention, some anger, some disappointment, some sadness, any of those emotions that are not good, then you may want to consider writing out an explanation for your decisions. The reason for this is twofold, really. And by the way, I would recommend, even on top of this, that you actually go and explain to the person that is being affected by your choice why you're doing it. Just lay it out there on the table, put it all out there. I had a conversation with someone today that's sort of about this thing, and I said, look, we cannot be in charge of other people's feelings, and that's the truth. So, we're not trying to intentionally hurt anyone, but at the same time, if people are grumpy or angry or disappointed, what can we do? So, however, if you are cutting someone out of a will, if you are doing something that's really sort of out there, I would recommend that you write down why you're doing it. Like I said, first of all, it's going to provide some of that information to the person that's being affected. Everybody wants to know why. We're storytellers as humans. We want to know what's going on. We want to know why. And explaining that can just provide some closure, provide some context, provide some background so that person understands why you have made the decision that you want to make. If, for example, you want to give all of your assets to one of your children and not any of the others because that person sort of was there for you, then you might want to say that just so everybody knows. Here's the other thing. Here's the other reason why too. It can often prevent litigation and sort of family fighting down the road. If you have clearly laid out why you're doing this, clearly laid out that it was your intent to have this effect all the time, then it makes it much harder for that person that's being affected to fight your choices or to try to provide a contrary explanation to what you have just laid out as to why you wanted to do So, that's that, right? Consider an explanation from time to time. Like I said, I don't have my clients do it often because often it's not necessary. But if you're doing something out of the ordinary, if you're doing something that you know is going to sort of upset the apple cart, so to speak, then you may want to consider explaining your choices. But always do you, okay? Make the choices that you want to make. There is no such thing as right or wrong. It's your money, it's your family, it's your life. You make the choices that you want to make. All right? That's it. I'm Christopher Small. I am the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning. We do probate. We do it well. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have a question or comment, please leave it. If you know someone needs to hear this, please share it with them. And if you need help with estate planning and probate, or you have questions, you can go to estatemeeting.com, set up a time to talk with us over the phone or in person for free. estatemeeting.com. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. See ya.